Hello. Alright, let's have a look here. Sorry, I wasn't quite ready for that to jump in there. Taking on some humans. I always struggle with humans even though they're not supposed to be that good. Oh, this is a good player as well. Okay, I'm not seeing too much. Oh, they're missing this guy, that is great. But they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players. They're missing a wrestler as well. So there's nothing too crazy here. This would be our main. I mean, it's solid, but it's not too crazy. Let's see how they're doing. Okay, pretty well. That's not too far off our record, I don't think. We have the highest team value. That's bad. I was feeling that might be the case. Oh, by quite a long way. So I'm not sure what they're going to bring in. They may just go classic wizard. I can't remember what. I know a lot of the. Oh, maybe the bribe here. Oh, they're spending all them. Okay, yeah, this person's really trying to win. This is the second time somebody spent a bunch of them. I mean, they're only spending 30k actually. That's not bad. So yeah, so this should be pretty tough. That wizard is going to be something we have to constantly think about. I don't know why humans, Norse, those races that I feel we should be best against. They just, I don't know, they're strangely durable. And their agility is obviously less, but it always feels, we'll see how it goes this game. I always feel like when I'm playing against them, our agility feels very similar, like they make all their dodges, they pick up the ball every time. One of the things they do have is a lot of built-in rerolls. So, I mean, that's, you know, like their throwers have rerolls for catch and pickup. Catches have dodge and catch, so they're set up pretty well. But yeah, looking at their record, it's a pretty similar record to us, and with humans, that's pretty good. Yeah, I think because they have the wizard, I think we go on defense. Oh, I guess they're having some connection issues, but I don't expect that to last. This is somebody that's, I guess, put money in to a pot to play. So they're not going to be, there we go. They're not going to be interneting out on us. Okay, who's going to be sacrificed today? I guess you are. And one of our tacklers. Got our new runner. I did buy a new lineman in, because we keep... I think it was our guard one that died, and we're without our Russell Agility 5 guy this game, which is really sad. This would have been a perfect situation for him. So yeah, they've got no tackle. They don't have a... Obviously the catchers have dodge. Got a blitzer with blodge there, but he also has guard, so... yeah. Yeah, there's nothing too crazy on this team. So it's just going to come down to solid play from the coach themselves. They do have a movement on their throw, which is quite nice. So humans, I don't know, I can't remember if we played humans early on or something. But they're pretty, obviously as they are in all Games Workshop games, averagely statted. Their linemen they have decent movement. Agility's fine, strength is normal. Values, yeah, like all of the stats are like the average in the game. Their blitzers are actually really pretty good. They get the extra movement and block, so, and access to strength skills. So these guys are kind of actually surprisingly annoying. The throwers and catchers are obviously set up with their respective skills. So whilst their agility is not the best, they kind of make up for it a lot by just having the built-in rerolls. And this sketch is built pretty nice. He took the double on guard, so it's another player. I think we mentioned this a few games ago. I like to do this as well. Guard is generally worth getting over a team full of Mighty Blow because you dictate blocks more. So we can expect to not be getting too many favourable blocks. It's a nice kick. We might want to look into if anybody ever levels up again. Let's see, you're on 0. You're on 0. Maybe if this guy levels, it'd be nice to have a kicker again. The downside is, if we put it on one of these guys, they're probably going to be on the front line a lot, so I actually don't know. I don't know if we have enough players to make that worthwhile anymore. If we manage to get a sub, maybe. I think we got 50k in the bank, so depending on if anybody dies in this game or if our whole team dies, maybe we can pick up a 12th man and then I wouldn't mind taking kick. I mean, I'd honestly consider leaving the runner out on defense for a lineman. Kind of save him. Because on defense, obviously he has the extra speed, which is nice, but it's not, his skills are not, that's pretty much what he brings to the table, is one extra movement on defense. On attack, obviously, dump off is like a sort of nice backup skill. And we've actually used it a few times, more than I would be sensible. So let's see if the humans do their thing where they actually pummel us pretty bad and injure a bunch of players, because that just always seems to happen. I mean, stuns. I'll live with stuns. Oh, that's... Okay, we got diving tech. For a minute I thought we got leap here, but we didn't. Okay, that's... I mean, that's nice for us. It's... He might actually stay here and bring it. Nope. So he's leaving this guy to potentially get hit, unless he maybe knocks this guy down, and then he might move other people in. I don't think I'm going to necessarily target anyone in particular. I'll probably just target the easier looking targets, unless... I mean, catchers are always nice to target because they are strength 2. So maybe some Mighty Blow tackle on this guy at some point would be nice, but honestly, you know, if we... Well, we'll see. They've got more Mighty Blow than us, so they're more likely to get ahead in the numbers game. They're going to probably protect this guy really well, being their only sort of reliable Mighty Blow. So yeah, they're protecting this pretty well. So I think right now we'd probably just blitz a corner, maybe send one person around, and you're just going to stay back there? Probably. Yeah. You don't need to send anybody back to protect him. Probably just send... I may blitz this guy and send a guy around the corner. We'll see. I think he'll get into a cage next turn, so I don't think there's much point in putting like 3 players around or anything. Maybe 2, maybe 1 each side, just to keep him honest. Okay, so you can step up. It's going to be interesting to see if he goes to the witches. I think we Pop a witch here. We stay. Just gonna drop back behind the witch. We're gonna send this guy through. Just for that little bit of early pressure. You can come over this side. You can come this side. I think we do this block before we get people up. Oh, that's nice. Let's leave them in contact with a blitzer. Okay, solid. Don't want us to be too open. I don't expect them to try and penetrate too hard yet. And if we get these dodges, that's nice. We didn't. They're not close enough to us that that is too much of a worry right now. It would have just been nice to have them stood up. We've still kind of maintained a one square distance. It's not to say they couldn't push through, but without tackle, it's not super guaranteed. I suppose this guy's the biggest guarantee because you could like push him here and then you'd have a space through here, but I don't think he's gonna push that fast. Who can say? The beginning is always a bit of a how does this coach play kind of situation. Do they like to push fast and score a ton? Most of the time they are a bit more conservative. So as long as you don't give them a huge opening, they're more likely to try and take a safer, you know, progress route. We could consider trying to elf screen them as they don't have tackle. But let's see what they do. They've for some reason taken a long time just to make any decisions. I expect this guy though just to run up here somewhere, get surrounded, and then just do a blitz. See if he can knock somebody over, or he might even go after the witch. I haven't given him any easy targets, unfortunately, so I don't know if he'll try and move the ogre up to base us. But we might consider trying to blitz the ogre if he keeps doing that, because that's annoying. Okay, so yeah, he's doing what we thought. He moved the mighty blow guy back, so who's doing the blitz this turn? Maybe the ogre. Oh, he's got block. Yeah, the ogre's actually a pretty solid blitzer. I forgot he had block. He's double annoying there. Okay, he's going after the easy target with the ogre, that makes sense. Oh, and the block paid off. Okay, no dice though. Just dodging back. Sure, we're a witch elf. And we can now use, we can now attempt a jump up tackle here, which is double nice. I guess we should stand some people up first. I think I'm going to stand this guy up at least. I'm really trying to decide if I should go after the ogre. It feels like it makes more sense to go into the Okay, nice. And this is another situation where the sidestep is really nice, because if you're trying to jump up near the edge, that can be a little scary. I didn't really want to commit both of my... Okay, so we're going to take a minor risk here. Because I don't want to bring both my tackles around onto the same side. That's not quite what we were after. Let's stay for a moment. I think I am going in here. Yeah. Oh, not with him though. With this guy. If he makes it. We want the sidestep in there. I don't want to keep sort of tempting fate by giving the ogre easy blocks, so I'm actually going to start... Going to bring this guy back a square, and then I am going to try and dodge out, where sometimes I might just sort of stand him up. This guy doesn't really have a great dodge. Let's see how he does. Okay, so we did give them at least 3 blocks, which is not ideal, but we've kind of punctured into the cage slightly. Now I expect them to blitz around this way probably, or at least to move somebody across before they try and hit this block, because they want to get him off the... This is where actually sidestep is kind of... I mean, not sidestep, stand firm. Because if you have stand firm, obviously you can't move into a cage using that, but you can... once you get on the ball carrier, they can't move you off unless they have Juggernaut, I think. So yeah, he made the sensible decision there. I think I'm gonna actually move down next to the ogre here. Because he's boneheaded, it's not quite so scary. I don't really want to go up next to this guy. I don't want to give him mighty blow hits when I don't have to, at least. So yeah, if he wants to hit with this guy, he does... Oh, he'd only need to get one guy. He could just get the guard catcher in, and he'd be able to get a hit in here. But he may, as this is looking a little scary, he may want to use him as a side of the cage. Maybe stand one of these guys up and try and blitz the Witch Elf. Although that's not without risk either. Okay, so he's just relying on the guard on this side. Which is interesting, because this guy is obviously blockable, as of right now. And there's a bit of a path here, so I don't know if he wants to do that or not. He may just have to give up on the blitz. Okay, yeah, that's more what I expected. Or just do like a one dicer. To like dodge out and one dice here. Is he going to blitz here? If he knocks her over, it's all good. If he doesn't, we move to the side and we have a potential surf here. He might dodge. Yeah, that was sensible. Because I totally take that. We've already got a 1-up advantage, so you don't want to be losing somebody you don't have to. Does mean we get another block on the catcher there. Potentially. Probably just going to stand these guys up. No, he went for the red dice. I don't think he re-rolls that. Okay, so we could really apply some pressure here. I think it starts here. And I think we move in on that. I think we mark this guy back up. Because we're going to use these guys. I want to do this block, but it's a little risky right now. Who do I want to have a go at? I kind of want to have a go at this guy again. Which means I need an assist here and then blitz him from this direction. Yeah. Nice. We'll push you back this way. Okay, the downside is I don't want to get on the ball carrier this time. Yeah, we're actually going to stay. Okay, so that's an obvious Apo use. And he's good. He's in the subs. It means we can do this block though. I think we go back inside. Well, didn't work out quite how we wanted. Let's put him next to everybody. He doesn't have guards, so why not? How much pressure do we want to apply here? I think we want to apply some pressure. So, let's see. Let's get tackle on here. I think this is a turn where we do use him as a sacrificial lamb. We get this guy here. We've got our runner at the back. What are we going to do with you? Here? Yes. Then we just keep these guys at the back. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to sort of plan that as best I could. So we don't have the ball carrier base, so that's nice for him. But we do have options at the back. The witch can reach all the way over to the sideline. This guy can't reach all the way over to this sideline, but we obviously have a lot of blitzers who can get some distance. I did base up the ogre this time because I don't want him to kind of bring his influence. All you have to do is step back here and he's already like super annoying, so he can start blocking down all my guys. Now this guy can, yeah, he's definitely got some things to work through. This guy is obviously free. We allowed this guy to be free, so I expect him to blitz somebody. Could he wizard? Yeah, but I don't see it being effective at the moment. He just wants to try and get back to us some kind of safety, I think. There's too much coverage down here to just like burst through. So I think he's in a bit of a thinker situation here. Okay, looks like he's blitzing. He might be blitzing this way to try and free himself. No, because this guy's in the way. I think he'd want to blitz this guy, but the scary thing is if he doesn't knock me over, I go back in. So he's moving this guy first. Then he's going to blitz here, hopefully knock him over, but if he doesn't knock him over, at least I can't touch his thrower. And then who's he going to move over to protect him? I mean, this guy's got a dodge, but it's with tackle. This guy's got a dodge with tackle. Okay. Oh, he's chain pushing this guy free? Yeah, so he's going to bring this guy around by the looks of it. As like a maybe here. Oh, this guy's probably going to... I don't know, he's got some dodging to do, I think. This is where suddenly humans look like the best dodgers ever. Because that was without a reroll, this is without a reroll. And this is without a reroll. And he's going to want to put this guy... yeah. Oh, I failed the bonehead again. That's really good for our maneuverability, because otherwise we'd have kind of problems moving around here. Okay, so he has to use the reroll. I mean, he doesn't have to use a reroll, sorry, but he doesn't get a built-in reroll for failing that. Okay, I think in theory we can get a hit on the ball carrier here. We would need to remove this guy. So first, can we do this okay? Yeah. It's not quite as neat as we'd like. We need somebody here to block this. You seem as good a candidate as anybody. We need an assist. Here? Trying to think where I'd want to push him. Push him there. I can get in. Maybe here. Because then I can come through this way if I need to. Okay, that's solid. And I think we push here. And we also stay out of the way. We can get the hit with our Mighty Blow, which is a bonus. We need to stand somebody up. I think we're going to come in from this way. So, yeah, because that guy has guard. So we'll just stand these two up, because it also helps if the ball goes loose. Our assist is going to be this witch. Here. The only sad thing is if we don't get a good hit, we're pushing him away from the witch, which is sad. Oh, that's gonna be... Yeah, I'd have to come in this way, which I can't. Okay, so you're gonna be doing the hit. I think we reroll this if we fail. We did not fail, but we are going right in the middle of them. We follow. Oh, we'd have broken armor as well. Oh well. So that is okay. You get to come in here. Do I bring the witch round? Yeah, I think I bring the witch round. I think I bring this guy here. And I bring the witch round onto the ball. I don't want to lose my coverage because humans are fast. And we're just going to call it there. Now he can use some magic here if he wants. He can use the wizard, but he either does a fireball and hits half of his players, or he just lightning bolts one person and still has a sidestepper on the ball. Who can sidestep onto the ball if we want, but we won't unless we have to. So that's one. We don't sidestep onto the ball yet. Where do we go? Here, I think. So now the witch can only sidestep onto the ball if she gets hit. He'd need another assist though to get a reasonable shot at it. He might try and hit this guy onto the ball. He may try and bobble the ball out. That's probably what I would do in this situation. Actually, honestly, with the thrower, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Because the thrower doesn't have to dodge. And he has the movement. So he's done 3 for getting up, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah. He doesn't have to bobble onto the ball. He could just try and protect it. But I think, you know, we do kind of have a numbers thing going right now. Crowd suddenly went quiet, and whenever it does that I always think the wizard's about to happen, because usually there's a little bit of quiet first. Okay, so he's just blitzing him away, and then he's going to hit with this guy. That's fair. So that gets him off the ball, which is fine, although not quite what he want. And it means that this is... Okay, he's just going in for the pickup. Alright, so that's in 3 players' squares. Where does he have guard? It's on this player's square, which is good for him. I mean, this is a good situation, don't get me wrong. But we do need to kind of think about what we're doing. Yeah, because if I try and block this guy right now, he ends up next to this guy, which will give him an extra assist. So I think we stand this guy up. I think we bring in a second assist. And then I think this is going to be safe-ish, because we'd have +2. He'd have +1. He would have +1 from this guy when we get around there, but we'd still be up 1. I'm doing this first because we do want to try and see how we can move the ball. Okay, so I think we move him away from it now. I don't think we want to give him another chance that this bobbles nicely for him. Do we have a tackler? We do. He can sidestep onto it though. We could try what he did and just try and pick it up where it is. I think I go here. And then we are going to try and knock this guy over. We'll push. Okay. Yeah, I'd rather not wrestle if I don't have to. Okay, so... Okay, I think we use this guy for an assist now. Here. Trying to kind of keep his team blocked in as well. Okay, nothing doing. We'll just push him here, and I think we actually follow to keep the assists kind of annoying. This is a catcher. I think we actually do this. Blitz. We want not many maneuverable pieces happening. It's not the best sentence I've ever used, but I think we try and knock this guy over. That's why we used him, even though I wanted to use this guy and free up this guy. We get here. We get here. We reroll if we have to. We don't. With that being the case, I think we actually do move it 1 if we can. Okay. And now we see if he wants to use the wizard. He doesn't have the best retrieval option, so this is a difficult decision. I mean, it's on the runner, so it's a good target to wizard for a few reasons. I mean, he's got more chance of taking him out of the game entirely. This guy can potentially get out and do some work. But a lot of people are on the ground. his ogre can get back involved, but he's a little ways out of things. There's not many people that aren't dodging here for him, so it's a big question. Does he just concede that he's gonna concede, and then save the wizard to reverse in the second half, or hope that he can force me to score now and still have a couple turns to get in? All questions he's asking. Okay, not using the wizard. So yeah, I think I would probably do the same here, because I think when you look at the situation, you kind of think it's not as likely as I'd like. A push there is not ideal for this guy either, but he can now dodge into one tackle zone if he wants to kind of stay present. Oh no, he can't. He'd have to go backwards and then around, so that's actually still... Yeah, of course, because this guy's providing a tackle zone. Sometimes this is a little thing you can do here, and it doesn't come without risk, because obviously you're closer, but there's something to be said for using the ball carrier as it's his own defense, because if you're just one away from them and they have to dodge out, you're providing more tackle zones for them to dodge into, which obviously means more more problems in that regard. What have you got planned for your blitz here? This guy? Is this guy gonna try a 2 dice against? Nope. May as well reroll, 3 turns left. Yep, got him down. So now he comes in to base me, I guess. And then maybe he tries to get over here. Having the guard on the catcher is nice, because they're so maneuverable. Okay, so I think I have something of a plan forming. It starts with this. It went badly wrong right from the off. Okay, so that's fine. It's a bit scary though, because oh, that's... boy, we are having the run of the injury dice. So yeah, because I wanted to dodge this guy away, and now that is more scary than I would like. Is this a catcher? It is. I think honestly you have to just stand up just to be on the safe side now that we've used our reroll. Yeah, you don't have dodge, so I think we just we push. Okay, fair enough. I think we may have to blitz this guy. If I stand here, I can move this guy. How untight are we at the back? Okay. And yeah, we'll blitz with you. So it's not really going to move us out per se. But it sort of does. No. Let's see. Don't really need him here. I think I do put him here. So now the obvious thing is to block here and then run this guy, but if I fail this block, then I am very... yeah, I have to get this guy up. The witch is good to have here. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we'll follow that. Could put him here. I think that makes the most sense. Take out his maneuverability if we can. Yep. If I move up on that... Yeah, I think I do move up on it just to make this awkward. I can't... It doesn't give me enough of an assist, but it's something. And then I think we just come here. Okay, yeah. So, does he use the wizard this time? If he does, this guy could potentially grab it. This is the downside to how I have it set up now. Maybe should have moved the witch in here. He could do some miracle plays here. I think this is the time to use it if you're going to use it, because you get it on the you knock this guy down with the wizard, pick it up with this guy, loop around, throw it here, and then Bob's your uncle, you're away. Yeah, I should have put the witch here. I will be surprised if he doesn't. I think this is his chance. The downside is you have tackle. Yeah, okay, yeah, he did. Okay, that's not unexpected. Or is it going? Oh, right next to him. That makes it easier, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe you do the GFI or 2 to avoid the intercept. Lob it to this guy. If he gets this guy up, he can actually one dice here and maybe even lob it to the throat. Although then you are throwing over your players. So yeah, all we may have done is made them use the wizard this half rather than the second half, but I mean, I suppose that's still useful. Okay, so yeah, I think he's looking to... he may just be clearing him, because he can. And it is the Might Blow guy, so maybe he can get some value here. I'd say so. Okay, what do we have going for us? If this guy stays up, we have a pretty good sweeper. If he doesn't, we have some problems. Okay, don't do elf stuff, that's not cool. Yeah, it's only a 6+ interception here, so it's not the worst. Oh, wait, no, you're not going for that. Didn't it look like a pretty good interception chance? Oh, I guess not. Yeah, it was a 5+ intercept. So yeah, then he can screen this guy off and he's away. That's a pity. But this is what humans do. They just pull off miraculous plays. We're going to have to at least attempt a miraculous play ourselves now. But the sad thing is that we wasted our good opportunity because I didn't put the witch in one extra square. I tried to kind of zone off instead, and that was a mistake. Yeah, you reroll that. So you can push him one this way. I don't think that necessarily does tons. Okay, so if I move this guy, it doesn't really help. If I move this guy... Okay, let's bring somebody down closer. Okay, so we can get a 1 dice if our Elfery holds up. Do I dare try and make it a 2 dice? That's not great. That is not going to work. I'd basically have to do this, which is really not great. Okay, so we're attempting the 1 dice here. We don't have sidestep, so there's nothing to be gained by... Oh, that's not great. Well, actually, we don't need another dodge. I think we reroll into a skull. No, both down is good. That means it's a wrestle. But we have used our reroll. Oh boy, that was tense. So now we can potentially get a sidestepper on it. You can't get to it or him. Hui. We should mark up something here and there. You're already marked up. Okay, I think we have to try this and hope that we get down there. We did, that is super good. Let's see, you can't make it even to the player, even with max. So I think we just go here. Whew, using a lot of dodge. Try this. And we try this. And that's it. Oh, we really used our dodge rerolls there. Okay, so obviously there's a fair chance they can still score, especially since this guy's down rather than, you know, he's not marking. He's got one turn. Can this guy score? This guy can't score, so it has to be this guy. So I guess this guy could... Yeah, I don't know. He kind of just needs to knock him over, which with wrestle is actually increased greatly in terms of chances. So he's moving... I don't know if he has much else he wants to do. I think he just goes in for it here. Oof, both good. I think we have to do this, unfortunately. Probably won't... It's not really going to work out for us a whole lot, but if it bobbles back, that's one more square he has to GFI. Oh, we made it easier. Rats. Ooh. This game. I don't even know if we can get this all the way up the pitch. Yeah, okay, we technically can. You have to stand up, I think, just to make the intercept a little harder, because we've got to throw it to the witch. She's got to run up and hand it off to somebody. It's not great odds, I'm going to be honest. Think it's possible? Yeah, moving doesn't help, so I think we're looking at a 6 here. No, we're looking at a 5 here. Unless he intercepts. Well, we kind of expected that. So yeah, that was humans doing elf stuff there. Always a sad state of affairs. But hey, he put the extra money in for the wizard and it paid off big time. Sort of. I mean, he's not ahead in the first half, but he's not behind. Okay, so we might be even or we might be up a player, I'm not sure. Let's see, he's got 2 out and he had a spare. Oh, we have 2 out. I was hoping our runner was going to come back. Still, that puts us 1 down, I think. Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 3, 7, hang on, 3, 6, 10, yeah. Still, no wizard. In an ideal world, we score slowly and remove his team, but he's the one with more of the mighty blow, so it may not go that way. I think we do try and block down at least... We actually do, like, we're going to put somebody on each side and move them in to get a couple of blocks here. Normally I probably just wouldn't bother with it, but I think if we can get any kind of numbers advantage, that'd be really nice. Who do we want doing that? You are a prime candidate. We don't have any block guys, do we? No. So I guess you're fine as well. Put you over here. We'll put you over here. I think I'm going to pop the witches on the sides. Actually, you have to go on the line. And you can go here. Who's going to hold the ball? I guess you are. I'd really rather use... sidestep could come in useful when we make some horrible mistakes. Which means you get to be that guy, and I will be back in a minute. Chaos Squig Sandwich Kiosk saving us from bribes there, which I think would actually have worked better for them. So yeah, we are going to do this, because it does provide something of a little screen as well. Are we going to protect the ball? Yes. That protects it for a moment. We stay. I mean, we probably get nothing out of this, but, you know. If you don't try. We got a stun. That's more than we would have got. You go up here. I guess you come in to be the secondary ball protector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll be honest, I was hoping for a removal there. No, that's fine. And let's see. Let's go here. Alright. Yeah, the ogre's going to be a thorn in our side, I think. He's going to just stand up as many guys as he can. Obviously, the ideal here is scoring turn 16, but it's really going to depend on how the numbers go. I have, in the back of my mind, a horrible feeling that they will start to get casualties on us, and I'll be pressured to score far earlier than I'd like. And I know our defense is usually pretty solid, but this human team still has pretty much all of its tools. It's just missing that one one blitzer, but they got a lot of guard. Their catcher survived the whole time. I was hoping to kind of maybe get him out of running. What's the plan here? It's going to be interesting to see if he tries to stand us up as well, or if he tries to screen. Is he trying for 3 dice here? Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, removing witches is solid. He's considering the reroll as well. He's already thinking about going for the numbers game. I guess if he feels like I'm going to try and stall this out. Okay, he did go for the reroll. That is nice. We are going to move here because I want this guy still to be in contact. I don't want him to run back and help out over here because obviously he's kind of potentially giving us a chance to swing around. Okay, this is very interesting. That is not what I expected. I expected him to at least make some kind of effort over here. We're gonna move the... Yeah, we're gonna move this guy first. Yeah, you need to be there. We should have somebody here, or do I make this guy? How do I approach this? I think this guy goes here. I think I'm tempted to do this, honestly. Hang on, where's the good catcher? There he is. Could move this guy up and just have a punch there, but no. This guy would be useful to get rid of, obviously. Nothing else. He's laying down over here now. Okay, nothing else. Let's swing back this way. We could use somebody here just in case dodges go wrong. Oh, where do I want you? Here? Oops. Here? I'm gonna bring this guy in here. And then let's bring you around. And then this guy's gonna come in here if he's willing. Alrighty. So yeah, we're sacrificing to the ogre to keep him out of our business here. Now obviously this is where humans prove that they're a fast team, because they can kind of adjust for this. If they knock one of these guys, if they knock, like, say this guy down, they can get a decent coverage up here. If they don't knock him down, I think we can push up pretty far. because obviously we just sort of step this direction, or at the very least this direction, or maybe even this direction, and even though they've got like 2 or 3 guys up in this vicinity, they don't have anybody up here. Him missing his tackle guy is just as bad, if not worse, as us missing our wrestle guy. Or I should call him our agility guy, because wrestle's not that special. But yeah, the nice thing is this turn, I guess we're giving him 2 blocks technically, because we are giving him this guy. So it looks like he's going to maybe try for another 3 dicer here. It's an interesting play, just kind of like just letting me maneuver. So yeah, assuming he puts somebody in one of these 2 spots, it actually does kind of stop my maneuverability, but obviously he'll have used a lot of his players just to make this blob, which means he shouldn't have enough to make a serious impact up here. Okay, so he's there. So they're stopping the cross back over. So yeah, he's going to come in with this guy, give me a hit. I wouldn't expect him to use a reroll this time, but chances are he'll get a pair. He hasn't got a pair the last 2 times, so it's on its way. And if he takes this guy out, obviously that's 1 less annoying guy he has to deal with. I don't think he rerolls this time, it's 2. Let's see, so he's moved almost his whole team. So I think we can afford to go here, so that we have a dodge out pattern. But we stay in contact with this guy, so he can't kind of go back. He couldn't really go very far anyway. Yeah, and then the ogre blocks. So yeah, obviously he's given me this part of the pitch, and I do intend to move up into that before I try anything else. If he takes this guy out, that's annoying, because that frees up the ogre next turn, but it's the... Yep. Oh, that's our new guy. That's what happens to new guys. Okay, so how's he doing? We're down 3 now. He's down 1, so he's up a player to us. Now I could, in theory... I can't quite reach. This guy is just coming back into position this turn, unfortunately. I think that makes sense. Could blitz that guy, and then just... yeah. So... blitz... it's probably a little dangerous, actually. Okay, that was good. I am kind of stuck now, though. But that's okay, because we can do this. We can do... this. And this. No, we should just go here. I should have put this guy here. No, he probably couldn't reach, actually. So now we hit this guy back into our own formation, probably. Which is the downside, but... okay, at least we tackled him. Might go here. I mean, here's kind of okay. You can stand up and be a nuisance. Nothing doing there. But it did get us off that guy. It does mean he can get a hit in here, unfortunately. Let's see, I don't really want to let them in the back door. So yeah, we're kind of getting a bit more squashed in than we'd like. Can we close the lid? Nope. I tried for too much. So we rolled 2 2s there, so... But then again, I'd have just been here, which honestly is not too much different to her being here. So it's not the... The only sad thing about her being here is that she's not closer to everybody. So yeah, so stuff's beginning to happen that I did worry about, like... I'm not yet worried about being able to score. Although, that could in theory change. They can knock this guy down, move Blitz in here and kind of build... They could potentially build a wall. They have some speed kind of a bit closer to the end zone now. Or he could go crazy, just run all the way around. Honestly, there's a chance I might try and score next turn. Let's see how good the pressure is. Because the other thing is, it's that whole thing of like, I'd almost rather give him 5 turns to score than 2 or 3 again. It's that age-old thing that I'm always going on about. Because then he takes his time a bit and we have a chance to work his defense. Maybe even get our knockout back. Although he would get his back. Ours is better. Yeah, the problem with getting squished in like this is they have guard. So you get to the point where you just can't, like, put any blocks in. So everything is just relying on dodging, and when he's kind of squished into you, dodging is not as favourable as you'd like. Anyway, yeah, I think you just go here. If you want to annoy me about getting back over. So yeah, I think unfortunately, if he... Depending on how aggressive a defense he puts up, we actually try and run this in. I almost wish he actually did use some rerolls here. Sad thing is no sidestep this time, so he can actually form a bit of a barrier up here. We'll see if he gets anybody else over there. If he gets nobody else up there, this is just his way of saying, I'm not going to make this too easy for you. But it's still relatively easy. As long as you don't roll double skulls. Which can happen. Okay, I think he accepts that. Alright. Now this is a bit of a trap. So I don't think we take it. We could do it this way. But he's gonna move back in here. I'm basically thinking of it as a way to... Oh man, we could surf this guy. Okay, let's see. If we knock him down, we're good. If we don't knock him down, he's a pain. But if we do knock him down, we can dodge this guy out, move this guy over, blitz with the witch. I think we try this. Okay. So now it's not so good. So I don't think we do it anymore. Much as I want to. I want to take the risk. I want to basically put this guy here. I could even dodge this guy. I could do it with a couple dodges, but it's using rerolls on stuff that I don't want to use rerolls on. So I think what we're going to do is just try and push this guy out of the way and score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah. Surfing this guy would have been excellent, but it's not worth the risk. Oof. That makes me feel better there. Do I still want to go in? Because we just removed 2 people. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's on 8 right now. This just got a little bit more tempting. Because that's his 2 throwers as well. He does still have his annoying catcher. No, I think we go in. I really don't want to, but I don't think I've left myself enough time or a certain enough situation. If I'd known we were going to apparently get that guy out. Are we coming back? We're not. That's bad. Okay, only one of them. So where are we at? We're at 3 down. He's at 2 down. Because he was 1 up. But, okay, he still has a thrower out. Thrower out. Both his throwers are out, so he's probably going to be relying on a catcher here for this. And he's got 5 turns. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players. Still quite a decent sized team. Oh boy, we don't have enough guys to protect ourselves at all here. Is this how many guys we got? Oof. Okay, I guess you go in the middle. You go here. I think this guy's going to be taking a hit, unfortunately. But all of our players are so useful. Like these 4, just all the sidestep, all the blodge. It's so good. The mighty blow is nice, but it's not the sort of be-all and end-all of the team. If it gets taken out, we are sad though, because that's kind of one of our tools to try and pressure, is to maybe remove 1 or 2. It's been a good game. I feel like he's probably looking for a draw at this stage. It still means he has to score. He can't just stall it out in his backfield. I mean, he could go nuts and go for a win, but whilst he's fast, we're still pretty fast as well. And he's not going to have... I mean, you're realistically looking at 2 turns for his touchdown, which leaves him 3 turns to get the ball back and score. So I think he looks for a steady score here, and we look to pressure. We don't have the... If we had the extra player, or if we had numbers, we could like stand them all up and kind of do what we did in the first half, kind of force him to kind of give up the ball. But we do not have the speed for that. We did get 4 rerolls, so potentially we can reroll, so we can do the old crazy rerolls. Yeah, you want to protect first. No, you're good. Go blodge. Is he going to keep picking me? There's some sense to that, but the danger is he has less people to use here. The more he's hitting blodges around, the less he's moving the ball. Okay, he went for it. I mean, honestly, there's something to be said for leaving a blodger or 2 in his kind of blobs, so that he keeps, like, you know, he gets kind of tangled up with them. But we'll see how many people we have left after this. Honestly, it might be worth sticking 1 to each side of the cage. Because not only does it make the cage a bit less mobile, but it, you know, it's like, well, do I try and clear those guys off? Do I not try and clear them off? If he does, even if he does clear them off, like some of his cage is stuck where it was. Okay, it looked like he was almost thinking about re-rolling that. But he can just move him here and then move him again. He's got a screen off, so... So yeah, hit here. Okay, he's doing this, so I guess he can shore up this side. which is probably sensible. We have an inroad there. Whew, there's all the pairs he was looking for. Labana. Yeah, he took it like a champ. Okay, so he's going full cage. And then a little added protection on the front. Yeah, that's too scary. If it drops out here or something, you're in trouble. Okay, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yeah, we are gonna pop the witch in here. One, two. Actually, we can do this first and make a decision then. Labana, you are going to be on ogre duty. Okay, that is nice. We'll go for that. And I think the pushback. And then I'm going to leave him on the wing as the wingman. Let's see, who do we want in here? You're probably the one that goes right in the middle. I'm trying to sort of consider not being too aggressive here. Do we have a hit here? We do. So you can come around. I want to leave a tackler free for unfortunate, unexpected rampages across the pitch that they may do. And do we squeeze them in? Yeah. Oh, I really want to get here, but it's going to be a dodge through. Let's pop this switch here. And we will pop this guy here. I'd like to have somebody around the back, but maybe next turn if things are going well. Do we come in again? Do we have enough coverage on this side? I think we come in here. I'm trying to make sure I have enough coverage on this side of the pitch. So he can knock this guy over and he can switch around somewhat. But he can't just go it alone this time. And nobody here is free, per se. There may be a point at which he just sideline cages here. He may kind of move across and then try and like drop a sideline cage over here. But he can't sideline cage this turn, at least not with this guy. He could... That's not a catcher. And he has to somewhat respect. I kind of almost wish that I had put the witch in here with the diving tackle, just to try and catch him out if he tries to dodge rather than block me out. But this guy at least does have tackle, so we maybe get to make him use more rerolls. But yeah, I think honestly, moving across is the most sensible thing to do. It's hard to get, a little bit hard to get this guy off, because you'd have to commit a guy around here and then blitz in as well, I think. So you're kind of committing a bunch of the guys you'd want to help you cage up on the other side to removing this guy. So I don't know if he'll just go for a hopeful... Okay, no, he's going for the full... No, he's okay. Okay, he's working down this way. With a 1 dice. Risky. I mean, semi-risky. Okay. So he's just going to block this guy away. Where do we go? Here, I think. I think we stay in contact a little bit. But he hasn't really moved a whole lot, which is nice for us. Where is the ball going? Is it just gonna... No, it can't go there. Can it? What's the plan? Are you dodging this guy out to protect here? I mean, I know... That just seems super risky. Alright, so Labanna is off ogre duty for a turn again. Which is unfortunate. Okay, so he is going for that, fair enough. Oof. Elfing it up big style. But obviously not too much of a plan yet. We can potentially knock this guy off with an assist. The stun's not amazing for us. We stay so that we can hit here as well. Do we have a blitz? I don't know that we do. But I think I want this guy here anyway. If I put her here... I have a risky blitz, I don't like that. I think I do put her here. And I do put this witch here. Oh, this is so hard. I don't have as many players as I'd like here. I don't know what he has planned. Just trying to take it cautious and not commit too hard to any side. The ogre being free is bad because he can potentially block these guys in a bit more than I'd like. He could even come around the back. But obviously he has nobody in contact, so it's just one block this turn. I mean, theoretically he could mark this guy up as well, but I don't know if that does a ton right now. Depends how much he can move. We've got sidestep here, so depending on if she gets knocked over or not, she can obviously make herself more annoying. This guy can get over to here, but most of these guys can't really get very far. They can get to kind of mid-pitch. So he can kind of center himself again, but I don't think he can make a big move. He could get this guy, the ogre. Yeah, and the catcher. He could make a cage over here, sort of. Might be what he's planning. I'm gonna have a tricky decision to make. Well, I think I just go... Where do I go? Does going here really mess him up a whole lot? I think I have to do it. I want to go next to the ogre, because I know the ogre's going to be a pain. But if I do and I get injured, obviously that's bad. So I think he's going to try and like cage up in this area. But this does make it more awkward for these. Doesn't really make it much more awkward, honestly. Makes it more awkward for this guy. Yeah, so this is kind of what we expected them to do. And it's a bit unfortunate because I'd have liked to have kept them on one side. But there's only so much you can do about that. Okay, GFI is nice. So she is doing something. Might move this guy into position first, or... yeah, move this guy in position first. Because he's at least semi-protected here. Could move this guy in as well. Okay, a bit of protection in the back. Oh, you're not going to put it... okay, no, you are going to move this guy around. You're just moving this guy in as the back of the cage. I mean, he's got 2 rerolls. Can dodge this guy and reroll it probably, although it's a bit scary. It would be a decision if he has to do it. So yeah, I think the ogre just stays where he is just to protect. Because if he rolls Bonehead, that's really bad. So I think this time we come in on the catcher. We kind of reposition ourselves a bit. Yeah, he's probably going to try and sideline cage over here. So I think we might stand them up a little bit more now. You become our new center man. You blitz here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is going to be all his movement. Oh, that's yeah. So we re-rolled there because we can, basically. We could try for that. Doesn't seem worth it though. So here. Every move is so crucial now, it's painful. Here I think... do you take an ogre hit? Is there somebody behind the ogre? No, there's not. I think you potentially take an ogre hit. Be a 1 dice. We've got a lot of his team stood up. Yeah. We're just going to move a square away just so he can't stand both of us up quite so easily. Okay, so he has 2 turns. I have... my next turn is my last turn of anything. We technically put in a scoring threat, I don't know if you noticed that. We don't plan on scoring, but that's nice to have one, in case they do something crazy here. But I'm expecting him to move some stuff here and then sideline cage over here. And we kind of have a plan for if that happens. He's going to have to dodge a bunch of guys if he wants to make it a safe sideline cage. Okay, that's good. Who's this? This guy? Yeah, it's got to be. The fact he didn't move him means that's awkward. Oh, maybe he's moving him here. Nope. I guess this guy can still have a go at him. Yeah, the more guys he just maneuvers or blocks with, the better for us. He has to get somebody in position. Everybody he doesn't get in position, into a scoring position, is... Oh, that sucks. Although he can now move this guy. And assuming he gets him down, he may even just move him this way. May even come through. But every person he doesn't have in a scoring position is somebody we don't have to worry about. Kind of. I'd like to have had a witch a bit closer for, you know, a kind of surf threat. Okay, so that's enough. You can just move him here. Okay, so he's keeping in contact with the ogre, which is interesting. There's going to be some dodging. There's going to be some dodgy dodging. This guy is not in scoring range. I think it's going to be just the catcher that has a chance here. He does have sidestep, so he's a pain. He could run some blitzers through, but they're both dodging. Okay, that's a big gambit. Can these guys get there? They kind of can. Yeah, he can still form a sideline cage, but it's a ton of dodges and going for it, so it's risky. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, he's just going for the side and side thing. Okay, sneaky. Yeah, that's pretty clever, actually. Oh, I have diving tackle, come on. Dive. Okay, that's looking like a great choice now. Okay. This guy is in scoring range. We should not forget this. So what can we do here? You should get up. You can get all the way there, which I think you do. We don't care about scoring. So, you know, if the ball comes loose, the ball comes loose, that's fine. You come there to stand these guys up. We're basically trying to, like, make it harder for his team to do stuff. And then we're gonna... Do we move here? If we block and it doesn't work, we get 2 chances at it. Yeah, yeah. So I was just looking to see if I could get 3 dice. And I think it's possible, but it's coming in from a really bad angle. So we reroll. Okay, he's down. That is good. Probably moves this way to try and stay in scoring range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Stay. We used our reroll, so I think we move up next to the ball, have 2 sidesteppers on the ball. And then we try and get this guy to grab it. Then where is the safest place to be? Here? Here? Probably here. I don't know. I can't dodge anyone else, I don't have dodge. Okay, we tried. I think there's a... So he can get a 1 dice here. Yeah, I should have probably... I was kind of scared of this guy, I don't know why. It would be a 2 dice against. And you'd have to try and run it in. So he can score. Let's see what happens. Mistakes may have been made. It's always hard to make that final decision. I kind of thought about moving here and then passing it back to her. But of course if she drops it, it's on the floor then. Oh, he might be able to get a 2 dice in here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he can get a 2 dice. No, you don't reroll that one, I don't think. I think you try and maybe block this guy and then run this guy down. Or maybe he's going for he's going for a wrestle block because it's easier to loose it. That's fair enough. Wrestle blitz. I mean, they're still very unlikely to score, but you know, stranger things have happened. Reroll, have to reroll. Okay, we're good. Whew, what a tense game. But I think we played relatively well. I think our defense was pretty solid, both halves. Our one mistake, if I was gonna call it, in the first half was not putting the witch one across, but then I didn't anticipate. I anticipated them dropping the guy. I hadn't really considered the fact he was gonna make it all the way around, throw it, get it all the way down the pitch. Yeah, I'll dodge. And then in the second half, I would probably maybe have moved him over here, but that said, having him here meant they had to block this way, which means this guy's got to what? Run through my players, pick up the ball, throw it back through my players to the other guy, who then has to still run through my players with tackle. So I think that was super unlike. It was actually not as risky as it felt. I don't like that I gave away the chance for a block, but I felt like there was still a chance. You know, potentially that ogre could have come around and 2 dice blitz from the other side. So yeah, I think that was pretty alright. Okay, so somebody died, but I think it was our journeyman. So we should be able to get a sub. Alright. Good stuff there. Yeah, we got the lion's share of the armor breaks. I felt like he didn't roll the best on armor breaks. If I was gonna call him unlucky in anything. That said, we actually ended up rolling about the same amount of blocks in the end, so I felt like he was gonna roll a lot more, but I think we played as sensible as we could, and like where we did decide to base up, we based up so hard that it was hard for, you know, like it was actually kind of tough for him to get blocks. No level ups, that's a bit sad, but we have a full team, and we got a. Yeah, that record's very similar to his, right? Wasn't he 18.35 or maybe he was 18.15? I don't know. So yeah, we probably should get an extra player. I kind of hate playing with huge team value because you're going to face more wizards and stuff, but it does help with those games where you take a few injuries. At least you have players on the pitch, even if they're not as good. An elf is still an elf. Let's see how that affected our standings real quick. Where have we got up to? I think we only went up 2 places for that, so not a lot of movement. Oh, was that the guy we played? There we go, 18.36. And we are 19.35. Hang on, does that feel right? He's got 1 less win and 1 more loss. We've played the same number of games. Maybe this hasn't adjusted yet. Because that's nuts, right? Unless they weight it in favor of teams that aren't quite as high up the that's crazy though. No, I think it's got to still adjust. It's kind of funny that out of the whole table it managed to match up 2 people that have such similar records. It's pretty impressive. Alright, thanks for watching. That was very tense, but we got through it. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.